All right, what are we gonna do? This is our week off for P90X, P90X2 hybrid, and so what do we decide?
So this week we are going to do the German volume training. If you don't know what German volume training is, today we're focusing on the chest. So you do 10 reps, 10 sets. So you have a 90-second break in between, and then you go back and do it again. So today we'll be doing chest press, incline press, and flies.
Yay. And we're gonna do 10 sets of 10 chest presses, but then the minor muscle groups, the incline and the fly, we're just gonna do 3 times 10.
Right, Ken.
And nice and controlled.
Okay, so we just finished up with the take two, the chest press portion of our workout today. I tell you what, doing the dumbbells is a lot different than doing it with the bar. Philip and I were kind of talking about it during the workout process, and when you have the bar, your arms are more stable because you don't have to worry about any of your small muscles to keep you from doing this. Also, when you have the bar, one of your arms can be more dominant than your other arm. So you can lift a little bit more weight that way. When we were doing this program before, I was doing the 40-pound bar with 25s on both sides. Now, I started out with 20s. Philip gave me a hard time about it, but I was like, no, because I want to do all 10. I was wrong. Okay, first time ever, I think, that I've been wrong about something.
Oh, yeah. Ever.
Ever.
Yeah.
Um,
How much did I say to go to?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is my interview.
All right.
Anyways, so I did 20s the first time, realized that that's not going to do me any good. So then I went up to 25s, realized that's not going to do me any good. So then I went up to 30s. 30s were okay, but I thought I could do a little bit more. So then I bumped it up to 35. That was at set number 4 though, and we still had 6 sets to go. You said sex.
Sex. I heard sex. That's all I heard. This is a great workout.
6 sets remaining. So I decided to cop out and go back down to my 30s. And I stayed at 30s for the remainder 6. However, after we're done now, I really wish I had at least done my last 2 sets with my 35s. Because I got a good workout. Even doing it, my arms started twitching a little bit because it was getting a good workout. But I completed all of them without really having to strain. So, note to self, 35s for at least the last 2 or 3 sets out of the 10 for me, personally. But overall, really good, totally different than the bar.
Yeah, and then the bar. I started with 45s because Dave had started with 40, so I figured that would be about right. And then I decided, well, I better jump it up. So I went to 50s. I did that all the way to set 5. So I did the first set with 45s, the next 4 sets with 50s, and then I did the last 5 sets with 55s, and come to realize that's probably where I should have started. The last 5 sets were very difficult. I probably would have failed with the 55s, probably would not have quite gotten all 10 sets in had I started with that. But that's kind of the point. You're kind of supposed to push yourself for where sets 8, 9, and 10, you might be actually only doing like 8, 7, 6 or something along those lines, and you keep working at it until you can get all sets of 10. So we're going to actually do incline presses now, so we'll see how that goes.
Okay, so we finished up doing our incline presses. I started out with
25.
25s. After the first one, realized way too light. Well, not way too light, but too light. And then the last 2 sets, I went up to 30s. 30s are really good. I almost wish I had done a 30 and then followed by maybe a 35 for a set, just to get that real good, nice burn. But it's a learning curve because we haven't done this in so long, but definitely feeling it.
And I just, I mentioned it at the end of the first set. I started with 40s, went to 45s. Now we're getting ready to do flat bench flies, and hopefully we guess right the first time on our weights. We'll see how it goes. Okay, well, we just got done with our German volume training, day 1, chest, and it's just like I remember it. It wastes the one area of your body pretty bad. So the chest is feeling kind of wasted, kind of right here in the shoulders a little bit wasted. If I could do it all over again, I'd start heavier, but it's kind of our off week, so we're just kind of getting through this week doing some different exercises that we haven't done before, just to kind of switch it up a little bit, shock our bodies a little bit. And then we're going to get back to P90X, doing the chest and back workout starting next Monday, and we'll do all of our measurements and find out where we're at in the program starting next week. So I enjoyed the German volume training. It's not an exhausting workout. Dave was even saying that. He was here a little bit earlier. You have a minute and a half between each exercise, so there's a lot of sitting around. So kind of sitting here twiddling our fingers, actually talking about vacation is what we're actually talking about today. But great workout all in all. So.
Okay, so on the incline chest press, I started out with 15s.
You mean the flies?
Flies, sorry. I'm still stuck on incline chest. On the flat bench flies, I started out with 15s, but I decided to push myself a little bit harder, and I ended up doing the last 2 sets with 20s. The first set, when I did the 15s, I was able to keep my arms almost straight with just a hint of a curl. When I did it with the 20s, I had a little bit more of a bend. When I came all the way down, maybe to about there. The rest of it was real good. So, note to self, next time do 20s, not 15s for the entire thing. My overall review of this program, though, is I love this program. When we were doing the German volume training before, that's probably when I was the most bulky. And I had the most mass is when we were doing this program way back, golly, years ago, 5 years ago.
But define bulky. It was a sexy, long, I mean, you had nice lines.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't like the whole walking around, but you were able to definitely look at me, especially my shoulder. I had great definition in the front, and a lot of that I attribute to doing the chest presses, because you're using a lot of that front chest muscle into your shoulder to do your flies and everything else. So when I say bulky, I mean I've never been like a man bulky. However, maybe I can post some pictures at some point to show you what I mean by that. I did have more mass on than what I have right now, and that's when I scared myself and decided I've had enough of weight training for a while. So, but I'm glad to be back in it, because like Phil was saying, you don't feel exhausted, and that's nice right now because I've been up since 4, so I have lots of energy still to go. So overall, happy.